Happy New Year. I know it's 10 days too late, but Happy New Year. So this is 2020. And I would just like to make a few announcements. Some of them I haven't actually said in the past, but I just wanted to start this year by greeting everybody. So if you've been following us on Instagram and on Facebook, and if you're in our VIP club, where you receive email updates about our new collections and our best sales on our website, you would know by now that I have made three major promises for the year 2020. The first of which is that we are working towards using 100% wool. That could be either from sheep's wool or could be alpaca. Uh, and we are talking about local sheep's wool or merino wool. We don't have merino in this country because it's specifically from South America. Speaking of which, I have my own pet alpaca here, and her name is Lily. Yeah. This is for me to be reminded that I have to work towards being environmentally responsible. Right. So, my second promise or resolution for this year is that I'm going to be creating more patterns based on our favorite crochet hats, uh, hats that people really love from Cris Crochet, and also to make crochet tutorials. And these are all going to be still be free, um, so you don't have to worry about having to pay extra for specific video tutorials. Of course, if we want to learn like specifically what to do to create a certain pattern, I want to respect those who have actually purchased the patterns from my website. So I'm not going to be very specific about these video tutorials. The third promise that I made is that for this year, instead of having quarterly releases of collections, because we want to create more video tutorials, more patterns, and other new surprises for this year. Instead of just 4 collection launches, we are be launching 6 in total for this year. Now, just wanted to show you a sneak peek of what we're doing in terms of fulfilling on our first promise, which is the whole reason being is acrylic wool or acrylic yarn essentially is very close to plastics, and we've heard about all the nightmares, environmentally speaking, about releasing microplastics into the environment, specifically into the ocean. So we want to limit that. So I've actually stopped buying acrylic yarn in the latter part of 2019. So as soon as I made that decision, I just stopped purchasing any acrylic yarn. And I've been contacting a few suppliers of natural wool. When I say natural, I mean sheep's wool, merino wool, and alpaca wool. And this is one of them. I won't say what company that is, but this is one sample, which I purchased personally. And this is another one. I don't want to show more, but that's another one. This is using alpaca. And then I created my own swatch. I'm gonna hide the company's name. Might have seen that. So I made my own swatch using another brand of natural wool. Here's another sneak peek of one of the companies that I am hopefully going to be working with. So that's their brochure. Not going to show anymore. Right. So I've heard from a few of you that you might be, a lot of you are looking forward to the fact that we're shifting from acrylic to 100% wool. But I've heard a few who have concerns about allergy, or just maybe the wool isn't comfortable, or some other issue. So that's why I'm thinking about using acrylic, no, sorry, not acrylic, alpaca and merino wool. Okay. Now, some of you might be concerned about the pricing. The current pricing right now, with using my current stock of acrylic yarn, I will not be raising that. Okay, so it's going to be as is. Whatever pricing we are using right now, it's going to stay that way. Okay, so whether you want acrylic, for whatever acrylic wool that we still have, or if you want to purchase one of my hats at some part during the year because it's not available yet. So either alpaca, merino, or ordinary sheep's wool, it's going to be the same price. Right. So apart from those promises, wanted to announce that next week is going to be the last week, or rather next Friday, which is going to be the 17th of January. That's going to be the last day that our collection called We Are the Wild Ones is going to be available. So we'll be pulling that collection. And I'm not saying all of them, but of course, our best sellers would stay available. Those who aren't, items that are not selling as well, will be pulled out of the website. And this is one of them. This is one of the wild ones, or sheep cowl. Okay. The longer version would be the sheep scarf. And then we have this fox scarf. Okay. This sweet face right there. Beautiful creature. I've seen some of them, especially if you live here in the UK. And then this is a partner of the hedgehog hat, which is called the hedgehog scarf. So this is the hedgehog hat. Okay. Right. So that's for We Are the Wild Ones. So because we are pulling out that collection in a week's time, okay, I decided to give you a good opportunity essentially to buy this on sale. So I've turned on the sale now on my website and on Etsy. It's going to be 25% off on most of our items, on most of our products, except for a few things there. So the sale is going to be until Sunday. So grab those items as soon as you can if you want them. All right. So that's the flash sale, and that's for We Are the Wild Ones. I want to talk specifically about some of our bestsellers, specifically the crochet kits. So we have a few of our hats that I also make available as crochet kits and patterns. So one of them is the fantastic Mr. Fox bandit hat. So this is, if you know the movie, there's a character there named Ash. Okay. I think he's the son of Mr. Fox. And he puts on a sock as a mask, as if he's a bandit. So I created a hat couple of years ago, and somebody has asked me, "Hey, do you have a pattern for that?" Eventually, I said, "Okay, here's the pattern." So we have a pattern on the website as well as the crochet kit. We also have the Queen Unicorn hat, and I showed this to you before. The hedgehog hat. This one is completely my design. So all of these, you have patterns and crochet kits. The situation is I've actually run out. Actually, I have very limited stock of the white yarn. So I have had to pull out the crochet kits for these 3 hats. So they're all out of stock, just the crochet kits. The hats themselves are still available. So I've been trying to use 100% wool to see if I can replace them, and this is one example. All right. Um, the problem that I've been encountering in using some of this different types of wool, like 100% wool, either sheep or alpaca, is that some of the colors aren't available. Okay. And I don't mean like totally not available, but more like if I want to use the exact, if I want a specific shade, there's a possibility that some of these shades that I'm currently using isn't available. That's why it's actually taking me quite some time to finally just announce 100% it's all available now, because I have to test and I have to find uh, I have to search high and low for a very close match to the colors that I am currently using, or having these products available in certain shades. Um, but so far, in terms of the feel of the yarn, I'm actually quite pleased. Like this specific one, I'm not going to say what brand this is. I'm pleased with the texture. It is very smooth. In fact, it's probably softer than the acrylic wool that I'm currently using. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting to make a hat. Okay, and I think also this is one of the things that I want to be able to teach you how to make because I do this every day. And if you're interested to make your own hats, either for yourself or for a loved one, okay, that would be so awesome. At the same time, if you've heard about the, if come on, if you're not living under a rock, you know what's going on in Australia. There's fires going on there. It's horrible. It's still going on right now, and several of the wildlife are suffering. So I've actually personally I've joined a couple of groups that are sending over um, essentially just for the animals, like nests that you can crochet, and like a pouch for a joeys to live in, stuff like that. So if you're into that, please do as much as you can. I know there's a whole lot of people who are aching to help out. I would really encourage you to do that. Okay, so that's not even connected to my business, but just out of the sheer goodwill of people, and I know there's abundance of that right now. All right, so that's it. I've told you about my promises for this business. We have our We Are the Wild Ones collection ending next Friday, so there's a 25% flash sale going on right now until this Sunday, and hopefully before the first quarter ends, I'll be able to announce something about our first promise, which is that we're gearing towards using 100% natural wool. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to post here on our here on our YouTube video, or you can join our Facebook page, Cris Crochet Shop, or you can also join our VIP club on our Facebook close group. You can even sign up for our email list. All right. I'll see you later. Have a fabulous weekend. Bye.